How do you join your finances as a couple? Following on from last week's video of when should you combine your finances, had a few questions, so now I'm going to go into how to actually join your finances in practice. Okay, so let's assume you have watched a video from last week. You have, with your partner, discussed your goals, discussed your values, talked about what you want to do with your money, how you spend it, if you're comfortable with debt, what level of debt you're comfortable with. You've talked about your goals, you've done a financial audit so you know where both of you are and what you are both bringing financially to the relationship, be that income, spending habits, debt, assets, whatever it is. Okay, so the first step, you've done all that stuff. The first step is to start simple and talk about what you're comfortable combining. To start with, combine expenses that are actually just easy to do. So if you are living together, combine your rent. Or if you bought a house, you should probably clearly have combined some expenses already and be combining your expenses for your mortgage and mortgage protection and anything else like that. Any shared expenses that are easy. So again, if you're living with each other, it is probably a great place to start by just combining all of your bills, your electricity, your heating, your internet, any other bills you have, just to do with sharing an apartment or a house together. After that, it's probably best to just do one grocery shop. So combining your grocery shop, planning to do this together is another great way to just start combining little expenses that make a lot of sense and are easy to do. Once you've started doing this and combining your expenses, it can actually now make a lot of sense to combine accounts for things. So it can be worth putting some time in, go to the bank, set up a joint account where you're going to pay your joint expenses from. With this, you now probably should start combining your accounts with both of your names on it. So if you've a gas bill, an electricity bill, your rent, all of these things should have both of your names on it so that you have proof of address, you can prove you're paying it, you can prove you're living somewhere. And if you ever need to do anything to change any of the details on the account, it can be a complete pain if only one of your names is on the account and the other person can't actually do any of the changes. As a quick break, we have a seminar coming up on the 23rd of March. It is in the Clayton Hotel in Liffey Valley. It's going to be a great seminar where we go through lots of great information on increasing your income, lowering your expenses, improving your assets, and generally just planning to achieve your goals by improving your finances. If you're interested in this, you can get tickets through our Facebook events page or by going to Eventbrite and searching for Money Bootcamp. If you're interested, go and get your tickets today. Right, so if you have significant assets, you've started saving together, you've started maybe investing together, you have built up some assets. If you have property together, a car, whatever it is, you need to get a will. If you have any of these assets, if you have kids or even pets together, it can be really important to make a will to say if one of you gets hit by a bus, that your assets will legally pass to the other person. This is really not a big deal. It's not that hard to do. You can do it yourself with some help, or you can go to a solicitor and they will charge you a very small fee to do this. Some will even give it to you for free, as you might have some other interactions with them where they're just happy to do this small action. The next step when you're joining your finances is to look at individual debt that you're going to be bringing to the relationship, and then your joint debt as well. Having more debt than necessary can really be a drag on your finances, whether singularly or as a joint relationship with the two of you combining finances. Focus on how you can clear your debt together so that you can get to being past having debt and you're not constantly paying for things you've done in the past. If you have a dependent, whether that is a child, one of you is actually dependent on the other to work, whether you have one income or one of you is only working part-time or can't bring in enough income for you both to get by, or if you have any relatives, be it a parent, be it an aunt or an uncle, anyone who's related to you that is dependent on you financially, then you need to get yourself some life cover. So that is life insurance to cover, again, if you get hit by a bus tomorrow, that the other person, that your kids, that your family dependents, whatever it is not left in the lurch. Life insurance is really, really affordable. You can get a lot of cover for relatively cheap, and this means that if something happens one of you, the other person is not going to be left in a really bad financial situation. With this, a lot of jobs will actually already have a death in service benefit, which is a life insurance product. That means if something happens you, your partner, your spouse will get paid out. So you need to make sure that both of you have signed these forms in your work and assign this to the other person. This is a huge topic to cover, and when people are joining their finance in a relationship, there are loads of areas to go through, and it can be a particularly uncomfortable thing to do. So start slowly, just talk a lot about it. If you need help, Money Bootcamp is here. We do personal financial planning for individuals and couples, and it can be a great way of getting past these initial barriers that really set people back. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with anyone you think will find it helpful. If you need more help with this, you can contact me, justin@moneybootcamp.com, or you can send us a message on Facebook or through our website. If you have any other questions, send it our way, and we make a new video every Friday. Money Bootcamp, learn money, live better.